What's going on with real estate? What's happening? Is it a good time to buy? Should I buy? Trump is in the office. The world is ending.
Yeah.
People get worried. The stock market crashed. At one point, it was like 1,400 points. I don't know. Something crazy.
It was crazy, man. I think right now what we're seeing, and this is my interpretation of everything, and I'm not a politician or anything, right? But I think right now what Trump is doing, he's just accelerating everything that he said he was going to do because he only has one term, right? He already served his previous
I mean, at this
term.
point, he doesn't care.
I think he cares, but it's just the level of care that's there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I mean,
I think he means that he doesn't care, but he doesn't need to win re-election. So
Exactly. So he can do whatever he wants. He doesn't need to worry about an approval rating or anything like that, right? But for instance, this whole FHA administration, right?
Yeah,
I think that a lot of us kind of saw that kind of coming down the pike because if you're thinking about the new administration, what's like one of their biggest agendas is immigration. FHA is a government loan, right? So right now, one of the things that they implemented is that after May 25th, you either have to be a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident, which to me makes sense. If we're going to be using government funding, because that's what FHA is, they're using government funding to be able to give accessibility to home ownership. It makes sense that they would only make it available to U.S. citizens and stuff like that, right? But the people that are getting affected are the people like the DACA residents. I always say DACA residents, to me, they're no different than U.S. permanent residents, in my opinion. They were brought here as children. They're more American than they are from where their foreign country is, right? But DACA residents are going to be restricted. People that were here on an HB1 visa, which is a full legal status, they're here, they got an authorization to work. They're no longer going to be eligible for the FHA finance.
but we're talking about FHA.
FHA.
Right?
Only
FHA.
FHA.
They could still do conventional then.
Because they
can
can still do conventional
Okay,
Fannie
so
Mae.
it's not like they're eliminated, like, oh my God, you're not
No.
buying, we're against you.
Exactly. Technically, conventional is the better product. FHA, you pay 2 mortgage insurances. A lot of people don't know this, but you're paying a monthly mortgage insurance, and then you're also paying 1.75 right up front to HUD to insure your loan. If you're qualified for a conventional loan and you don't want to do 20% down, you're only going to have to pay 1 mortgage insurance, either an upfront or a borrower paid monthly. So if you're doing 3.5% down, it's 55 basis points per year. So basically you multiply your loan by 55 basis points and then you divide that by 12 and it gives you your monthly mortgage insurance.
And so that's an extra insurance.
Conventional
It's
is
random.
actually lower because you're going to have better credit scores. Technically, it's considered like a private sector loan. That means that a bank is banking that you're going to pay them back. So that's why they do want you to have higher credit scores. They do want you to have lower debt to income ratios. So that's the part where I would say who is going to get affected? Those residents who maybe don't have good credit scores. But to all of these like people that feel like, oh my God, I just lost out on the FHA loan, take it as a blessing because now all you really have to do is position yourself, your credit to be a conventional buyer. And that's just going to give you a leg up on competition. Because when we're facing multiple offers, conventional buyers usually get a little bit more priority than an FHA
Unfortunately,
buyer.
they do.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
they do.